In this video, we are going to see how we can extract the supplier account for the reconciliation purposes. Let's say that you have asked your supplier to send you a statement, or they have automatically sent you at the month end, and you want to check your tally balance, and according to that you want to check your ledger. So how will we extract the supplier account details? From the gateway of tally, we will go to display more reports, we will go to account books, and we will click on the ledgers, and from here we can choose the relevant supplier ledger. The shortcut for it is DAL, and from here we will choose our vendor, that is like this one. So we have only one purchases for that particular period from 1st of January till 31st of January, but all the purchases from this particular vendor will be shown right here, and if we have made any payments during this period, it will also be reflected here.
In this video, we will see how we can reconcile supplier account with our company records. You might heard the term SOA reconciliation. That means statement of account reconciliation, which means you have to reconcile supplier records with your records. If both are same, then we will make the payment. Obviously, company don't pay invoice by invoice, they pay by ledgers. For example, this statement is issued from WJ Towel and Company, which was our supplier. From 1st October till 31st October, whatever we have purchased from this particular vendor, he has sent a report or ledger or statement for that. And according to them, according to our vendor, the total balance is 13,220 dirhams. So we have to match this records with our records. If the record tally, then we will make the payment to the supplier. So in order to do this, I have a company. So to check any ledger of the vendor, I'll go to display, short key is D, accounts books, short key is A, and ledger, short key is L. So in short, the short key to extract any ledger is DAL. I have lots of vendors. I will search for WJ Towel and Company and then see here what is the period that he has mentioned from 1st August to 31st October. So I'll set the same period here, 1st August 2014 to 31st October 2014. So this is the detailed ledger. Because this company was keeping a minimal record with a simplified types of entry, so they didn't use purchase invoice to book that all purchases. Instead, they pass a journal entry for each purchase. They debited food and credited WJ Towel and Company as a liability. Now in this scenario, my ledger is fully reconciled. But suppose if I don't have any particular invoice which is present in the supplier statement, but I don't have that in my ledgers. So what I'll do is, the first point of contact will be my store. Maybe he has received some items and invoice was delivered by the vendor to that store manager, but he accidentally lost it or might have not sent it to us. So you can ask your store manager to send you the copy of it. And be careful, if a store has received any items from the vendor, he must sign on it. So always accept the invoices only if the receiving was done on the invoice. And to avoid any future misplacements, you can implement a system for the store manager that he must scan all the invoices on daily basis and maintain the records within his laptop, so that if any physical invoice is misplaced, he can immediately extract it from the files he had scanned in the computer. Okay, suppose that you confirm from the store and he also doesn't have that invoice. So as a last option, you will confirm it directly from the vendor that please send us the copy of that invoice because we don't have it in our records. So he will send a scan of a second copy of invoice, which might be in yellow color or pink color, which is a carbon copy of the original invoice. So he will send you that, but before accepting that invoice, you must confirm that a receiving sign of your store manager should be there. So that's what you need to take care of when properly reconciling the supplier account, because on that supplier account basis, you have to make the payments to your suppliers, and that payments might be huge, right? So this is an important part. Okay, let me also tell you that on the basis of this supplier account, when you make the payment, how should you enter the narration of it? I'll set the period from 1st of January, let's say, to 31st December 2014. So whenever you made the payment, you cannot just simply write check. This is a wrong narration. Instead, I'll set another period. You have to write the narration like this, that check payment was made for the month of November 2014. As you can see, the payment is made on 4th January 2015, but the statement for which we paid the balance was for November 2014. So it will be very easy for you to check that from this statement until what point you already paid the balance. Because many times when you asked your supplier to send you the statement for like 3 months, they might send you the detailed statement for 6 months. So it is your responsibility to check what has been paid before. Otherwise, you might pay double payments. Now let's discuss how can I print that ledger so that when I am preparing the payment voucher, I have to attach my ledger records, the supplier statement, the check copy. This will complete my payment voucher, right? So you have the choice to either export it first or you can print it directly. Let me check how to print it. Go to print, press backspace, and here I have to select a printer. If the printer is not selected, you cannot directly just click on it and change the printer name. Instead, you can select it from the right hand option, select printer. Right now I don't have any printer configured, so in that case you can export it in XPS document writer. It will give you a same copy as you do on the print, but it will save it on your desktop. So number of copies that I want to print is 1. English, need, all. You can change the paper type. All of the options you will find it on the right hand, and rest all options are same. You can change if you want. Just play with these options, they are pretty simple. And finally press yes or enter. So as I told you that I set XPS printer, so it will ask you to save the printable file on your desktop first, SOA, and save it on desktop. Save. Now my file is saved. Let me just check it. Here is my file. Okay, this extension is not supported in Windows 10, so instead I'll just change the format, select printer, and Foxit Reader PDF printer, or you can select any print to PDF. Just select it, this, configure this according to your requirements, press OK, and then 730, press enter and enter, and finally save it. It will ask you for the location, SOA final, and this is what your ledger looks like in the print. So for preparing a payment voucher, you need a copy of supplier ledger from your software, original supplier statement, copy of the check, and that's it. So this is all about supplier account reconciliation.